transaction or transformation. Both have value in our life. A transaction is, I want to relax tonight, so I'll watch a movie. I want to go out and enjoy a night with friends. I'll go to a play or a show. I want to buy something I feel good in. I'll go to a store and I'll buy a new top. These are all transactions. But the depths of who we are as a human, of craving deep connection into our soul, that when we feel alive, there's a sense of contribution, connection, and love with another or others. There is a sense of making a difference, and this is leaving your destiny or your legacy. The transformation is where the magic and gold happens that has us elevate our vibration, connect into a space of energy and motivation. People today, especially in the face of this artificial intelligence that's coming our way, it's not coming, it is here, it is hit, is that we are seeking transformation. If you are somebody who your career, your business is in coaching, is in healing, is in teaching something in some way, what the difference you can make that AI cannot do is that you can create transformation. Transformation can happen in a second. Someone says something and you're like, mic drop. And it's this change that happens, the shift that happens. For the most part, however, transformation happens over a period of time. So, example, I love to mountain bike and I've been working on my skills. I don't make this particular move. I go back, I don't make it, I don't make it, I make it. And then I make it. And then I don't make it. And then I don't make it. Now I'm just not doing it until I get my head around, okay, you've done it before, you can do this, and you do it. So transformation is a little bit like this until it becomes just who you are in that way of being in terms of, wow, I never used to ride everything on this trail, and now I'm riding everything on this trail. This can come with interactions with someone. This can come with self-improvement. This can come with healing, things that maybe what you would react to because of past experiences. First, we have to become aware of the connection between the trigger and the root cause. And then we create a new way of being with this awareness. But it takes a little bit of time, like a toddler learning to walk, like being on training wheels and coming off the training wheels. I watch the little kids in the trails all the time and they're like, whoa, until they get it. I've got to get the pedaling going. I need the inertia. I need to keep moving. Trust that I have balance. Trust that my bike will do the work for me. And so this is where how transformation takes place. So it's that constant being in there, noticing, awareness, shift, tweak, take it to the body, notice how it feels. So if you're interested in having transformation in your life, then these are some things that I invite you to take a look at. It takes time. This is why my program, Intentional Life, is a 1-year program. Because if we want to get from here to here, to jump into this level, it's just too big a jump, and your nervous system and your subconscious won't know what to do. It's like rapid weight loss. You know, people will go through these programs where they have rapid weight loss in a month. Well, what happens? We gain that weight back and then some, because our subconscious and conscious haven't quite caught up with the nervous system and really relating and connecting to this new physique that we have. Even though we don't like being heavier, when we lose weight too quickly, we actually don't feel comfortable. It's unfamiliar at this weight. And our brain, its job is to protect you. The job of the ego is to protect you. And even though you didn't like being heavier, your brain will go back to what's familiar until what's unfamiliar becomes familiar. So that is transformation. This is why I personally invest in longer programs and why I've made mine a longer program, because I do little programs. I do master classes. I teach 2-hour, 4-hour courses. Those are really little seedlings There are things along the way that when we're in the process of transformation that help. I'm regularly taking, 2 or 3 programs at a time, and because I need that constant reminder, that constant energy, that constant grounding, right? As we're growing and playing a big game and transforming into where we want to be in our life and who we want to be and the meaning we want to have and the legacy we want to leave, we're always evolving, right? So we're expanding, and then we contract, where we make this our new normal, our way of being, letting it be familiar, and then we expand, and then we come in and we anchor in. If we don't give that anchoring in time, then we expand, and it's, whoa, it's too much space, we don't know what to do with it, and all of a sudden all these things start coming flooding in, and we don't have the circuits in place to be able to manage that. So we expand and we anchor. We expand and we anchor, and we expand and we anchor. And that's where transformation begins, right? We're at the bottom of the ladder. We don't just fly up to the top of the ladder. We take it one rung at a time. We adapt to the new height. We adapt to the level. We adapt to the change in balance of working with the ladder. So I invite you to consider the difference between transaction and transformation. And if you are up to a big game, if you're up to feeling good and having a life where there's a sense of well-being and contribution and wellness and energy and vitality, ultimately, what is that? We feel happy, we feel joyful because our life is working. We're moving with the flow of the current versus trying to swim upstream and work hard all the time. And in order to be successful, I've got to work hard. Gosh, that was my old story, right? It is that transformation that takes time, and that expand and anchor. How do we do this incrementally so that we're always doing this, right? So that we don't all of a sudden retreat back into old behaviors and old patterns that no longer serve us. Maybe they did at the time, but now we've expanded to the point where it's like, that's not who I am or where I want to be. But we've got to make that expansion familiar. We build the circuits in our body so that we can manage that expansion and that growth of you becoming exactly who you are at your essence, that you that is always inside of you, and that over time and through things that happen in our life, sometimes we can start to lose that sense. So all we're doing really is coming back to the greatness, the you that is always there.